Hi, this is Michael Holdman over at Prasaga Foundation, and I am here to update this video series that we did on how we implemented standards and regulations onto SagaChain as classes, and how we put them actually on SagaChain. And now we're going to go into how you actually use those. Build a specific object in your account that you have on SagaChain, and then transfer that between two different accounts. And that will be part 4 of this video series that we have here. We will not be working in the familiar the public development testnet environment, which anybody can access. It resets now, I believe, every 6 hours unless some bug happens and it'll reset before that. But usually every 6 hours this resets now. What I'm about to reveal to you that we are running in our development testnet, with that only has 2 shards and 6 nodes, is this new UI. And this is now our SagaChain transaction builder. So I talked specifically about ISO 20022, although I think I briefed a couple of the other areas or categories that we converted over. But we have gone a lot further. So first of all, what's happened in the meantime is engineering went ahead and built a registry, a global registry. So now all class trees will show through these registry in order for you to find the ones that you need, and then you drag and drop over into your account. And yes, that's new. I'll show you that in one moment. So let's kind of go through this real quick. So here's the ISO 20022 classes now, not as command line, but as actual drag and drop images. And you're going to be able to take each one of these and drag them to your account. Here's some of the other ISO that are necessary. ISO 20022 is just the structure of the message that has to be delivered with the transaction that you're sending between banks. You still have to have the others, all of these other standards and regulatory bodies in order to be part of a legal compliant transaction. So let's go into here. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I will go ahead and I want to create a new account. I'm going to create 2 new accounts because we're going to attempt to show how we go ahead and move a transaction between 2 accounts. So the first thing I'm going to do is generate 2 new account numbers. It takes about 15 seconds, sometimes a little less, depends on when it gets into transaction flow, for these to complete. It's because we have a 15-second POW. It can take up to 30 seconds sometimes, but here we go. So we've got 1 new account number. Now we want to generate another new account number. Well, that's generating. I am going to go in and I am going to grab this account number. And now I want to create a new business account. And I'm going to use this account number. And the FAN LOID, I'm just going to put in a string. I don't have that yet. But you can see that there's many methods that you can add to this, and that'll add fields and such to it. So the first thing I want to do is build a business account. And I think I want to actually maybe add a fungible asset to that. So I'm going to submit that transaction as we wait for the other account to come up. There we go. And now we've got this new account number. And what this is going to do is this is going to be the second account that we send the transactions to. So what I want to do there is actually take this same script, and I want to change out this account number. And that's all I'm going to do, because I'm going to set up the same type of account over here, and I'm going to go ahead and give that account the same amount of dollars. And then I've got both of these with the new account number now, and as long as I change that account number and update the sequence number, then I can go ahead and submit this transaction to set up that second business account. And that will have two business accounts then that have 50,000 in. And we'll do a transfer in between. There we go. There's one now set up, and then now the second one will come in too. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm waiting for the second business account to come in. Check on this. There we go. Now, we want to go in and we actually want to do something with this. We want to transfer something between. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to go into just the real estate side very quickly and I want to make sure that I have the KYC in there and atomic bundle. And I am going to make sure that this is an account transfer. Then I need to go into ISO 20022 and I want to have a fungible asset that I'm transferring. I want it to PAX 8 reporting and pane 1 recording. And the bundle ID will be the first account number of business account number 1, which is this one right here. We'll go with business account number 1. The recipient of this atomic transfer is going to be business account number 2. This one right here. KYC mix-in, amount, 480 USD, 480 USD, ISO type, owner is the account owner. Put a string. This is a transfer asset to account. Again, this goes, who am I transferring this to? And I'm going here, and I'm going 480. 480 USD. And this is just a transfer agent and to account. C, B, and 480. Now, as long as I did everything right here, and I need to make sure that I update this to be the correct account number that this is getting assigned to. And that's there. And I want this to be, ensure that I have this at a right transaction. And let me go ahead now and hit submit transaction. Transaction has been submitted, and we will wait to see if this went with non-operator error or not. So basically what I've done now is I've created an object in my business account that now has all of the different classes necessary to send this transaction within full compliance and messaging between the two banks in the proper standard of ISO 20022. And there was an error. So the runtime error, insufficient amount for transfer. Not sure what that error means. It means that I insufficiently had amount for transfer. I may have to, oh, I see. I did make an insufficient amount for transfer. So we will go ahead and submit that one more time and see if it works this time. That's one thing about this. If you don't do it right, it's not going to let you do it. If you don't comply with everything that's necessary, it doesn't let you do it. Now we just completed an on-chain in compliance with the standards, ISO 20022, and the other standards that are necessary to be in there for this. Now I can go into this primary account. I can show the objects, and we can actually go into each one. And so I can go into this PAX 8 here, and I can go into the super classes that each one is. I can show the attributes of this PAX 8 so that you see all the messages, all the fields and such like that were done. I can go in and I can show all the methods that were called, and I can go and I can show super classes if there were any. I can go back to here, and I can do the same with each one of the different accounts that are in here. So, and each one of the different events or each one of the different methods that are part of this transaction. So that is where I will end this. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this next demo. There is nothing out there in the world that does this type of functionality, only on SagaChain. And whenever you need this script again to do this type of transaction, it's going to be right there ready for you to go ahead and do it. You just save the script. Thank you. Have a great day.